We finally get some footage of the Ark of Osiris in a developer's update video. Let's watch it together, stop it at certain points, talk about key components, and talk about the whole thing in more depth. Hey there YouTube, welcome back to the Gekko, another daily video for you guys. And today we're watching the developers update video. We're gonna stop at key parts that I've noticed and we're gonna analyze things. We're gonna talk through all the buildings, all the mechanics, all the good stuff as the video goes. I've made a little bit of notes because I've watched this previously. Let's do this. And before we start this though, I'm not gonna ask you to subscribe to my channel or like this video, although you should. I'm gonna ask you to go in the description to the developers update video, like that video so they make more of those. If you guys smash the like button on the developer video, they will make more. And there's some very cool things coming up. And also subscribe to the Rise of Civilizations official channel. So let's watch this video together and get it going.
Greetings, Governors. I'm Jetblade, Community Manager for Rise of Civilizations.
Hi, Governors. I'm Brian, Head of Localization at Lilith Games.
Today, we want to talk a little bit about the Alliance Battlegrounds Ark of Osiris update. We've been getting a lot of questions from the community about this new update, so let's get right to it. Alliance Battlegrounds is a new gameplay mode which alliances from different kingdoms will be randomly matched and teleported to a new map where they will battle for the Ark of Osiris. This gameplay mode is accessed by clicking a new War button, which will replace the old Expedition button. Alliance leaders and appointed officers of the top 20 alliances in each kingdom can register their...
Wait. They skipped something super cool. So now there is no longer an expedition button. There is a war button that now includes both expedition and the Ark of Osiris. That's pretty cool.
Gameplay mode is accessed by clicking a new War button, which will replace the old Expedition button. Alliance leaders and appointed officers of the top 20 alliances in each kingdom can register their alliance and choose the alliance members that will participate in the Battlegrounds.
This new map is inspired by the Osiris story from Egyptian mythology and will feature various architectural elements from that period in history. Once matchmaking is complete, 30 governors from both alliances will be able to enter the Battlegrounds and participate as followers of one of two deities fighting over Osiris's coffin.
Wait, so it's not full alliances, which I guess would make sense because the bigger alliances will have more members, as well as the fact that if you put 250 people at two big alliances with 120 each, it's going to be super laggy. So I guess it makes sense, but it's a little disappointing because I went and created a temporary character in Kingdom 6 to be part of this event, and that alliance has like 130 members and they need to choose top 30 to go, which means are only the 30 are going to get the rewards? Is it going to be an alliance thing? I don't know. It's a little bit of a question mark here, but it's a little shame that there's only 30. I hope we can watch it. I hope there'll be a spectate button, because if there isn't, I can't stream it, right? So we'll see what happens. Let's keep going here.
Followers of Isit start on the left side of the map, while followers of Set start on the right side of the map. Now you're probably asking yourself, what happens to my city? Well, after you enter the Battlegrounds, your city will remain safely at home in your kingdom under a peace shield. And in the Battlegrounds, you'll get a war camp that will be your base of operations throughout the battle.
Cool. That's cool.
Your goal is to capture the Ark of Osiris and bring it back safely to one of the various many structures occupied by your alliance. So let's get a closer look at some of these unique buildings.
No. You forgot to tell them about the points.
Alright, good thing you're here, Brian. Okay, so actually it's not just about capturing the Ark of Osiris. It's about getting the most points. And that's divided to individual points and alliance points. But capturing and safely delivering the Ark earns you a lot of points. Brian, why don't you tell them about some other actions that can earn you points?
Well, you can capture and occupy altars, which earn a lot of points. Or you can capture and occupy shrines, which earn a decent amount of points.
Shrines can also speed up your troops' healing speed and strengthen your army, so you'd want to keep your eye on them. Another type of building you'd want to keep your eyes on are obelisks. Capturing obelisks earns you some points, but more importantly, capturing obelisks will allow any of your teammates to teleport nearby. And last but not least are the outposts. Seeing as there are a lot of outposts spread on the map, capturing them earns only a small number of points.
Okay, so we have 4 types of buildings. We have the altars, shrines, obelisks, and outposts, where the altars are the point makers. The shrines are essentially what you use to speed up healing as well as strengthen your army, more army buffs. The obelisks are like flags where you can essentially teleport closer to that area. And outposts are essentially like smaller point areas that are scattered around the map.
And don't forget the caravans.
Oh, how can I forget the wonderful caravans? Caravans are like kingdom resource points. They're all over the map, they refresh automatically, and you get points by spending time with them. Oh, and after you're done spending time with them, you gotta go back to your war camp, just like with resource points.
Funny, I actually forgot about the canvases too. So the caravans. So the caravans are like resource points, except instead of getting resources, you get points. That makes sense.
When you're in the Alliance Battlegrounds, it's kind of like an expedition mode. You can dispatch your troops by clicking on the target, or clicking on your troops and dragging your finger in the direction you want them to go. You can target any point and any structure on the map. We call it unrestricted troop movement. Yay! Oh, and troops don't die in the Alliance Battlegrounds. They get injured and go to your war camp's hospital, where they can be healed for free. And you better defend your war camp well, because if your war camp gets zeroed, you get sent back to the starting zone. Finally, the strongest alliances in each kingdom can battle it out and see who's really the best. I'm excited. Are you excited, Brian? Brian?
That was pretty funny. When I watched it the first time, I did low. Okay. So let's go ahead and stop
now you're probably
right here, right? So we're gonna stop at the map. We're gonna talk about everything and kind of use the map as reference. Let's start with something very basic. So they said that healing is free, but I'm assuming it'll have some sort of timer, not like the video where they just clicked on it and it automatically healed them, because these shrines give you speed up on healing, which means that it's free to heal, but it'll take a certain amount of time. I saw also the ability to spend gems to speed that up, so that's interesting as well. There are a couple of questions I still have. The first one is, your castle or your city stays in your kingdom and safe and all that, but are your troops sent to the Ark of Osiris, or are everyone divided an equal amount of troops? That's an interesting one to know. And are you using your own commanders? Is it like your commanders and armies leave your city and just go here to the war camp? That makes more sense to me, but it's not 100% clear. Now, the other thing that I wasn't really clear about is you can control obelisks to TP closer, so you can teleport closer. But how do you teleport? Is it like a free teleport? Do you use like actual teleports? That was also a little bit of a question mark for me. And finally, like looking at this map, we're gonna try. I'm not entirely sure which building is which, so please bear with me as I'm gonna try to figure out which one's which. So they said there's a lot of outposts scattered, so I'm guessing these are the outposts, right? These are the most buildings that there are. And obviously I'm guessing these are the obelisks, which seems weird because if you captured this obelisk, then you start here. If you capture this obelisk, then you can automatically come here and save yourself all this movement, right? I would assume there would be more obelisks and they'd have a smaller area, and that way you'd actually have the ability to move much closer if you are strategizing your positioning. And we also have shrines and altars, which I'm guessing are these guys right here, the shrines and altars. And what else we're missing? We have obelisks, the outposts. I'm guessing the outposts are these ones. And of course, this is the Ark of Osiris. Couple of things that are still a big question mark for me, and I hope you guys keep an eye on that because it's not 100%, is that first of all, how do you teleport? Secondly, if you take the Ark of Osiris back into here or into here, do you get more or less points? Where does the Ark of Osiris need to go at the end? I didn't understand that yet. And do you get points by destroying your enemy's troops or not? Or do you get points because you stop them from getting these buildings? So essentially, it's like a strategy, which building you want to take over, which can be problematic because if you're in an alliance where there are 4 tier 5s versus an alliance where there is no tier 5s or even 1 tier 5, that's 20 marches against 5, and it kind of makes no sense. But it looks, this is pretty much what we speculated. Some of you guys were right. I was right as well. We have a different map where you teleport to that map. Thankfully, it doesn't cost money to teleport into the map. So that's a very big thumbs up to Lilith Gaming, because in other games, to participate in these types of events, you'd have to spend gems or something like that to get in. So that's pretty cool. Although the 30 people is a little bit sad, but it is what it is, right? So it's just like you guys also mentioned, one of you guys mentioned this in the comments, that it'll be like Expedition, where you can move your troops freely or just point at the place and send them there. So that's pretty cool. It means that you can actually strategize positioning. You can actually strategize on which building has the most priority. The bottom line is you want to have as many points as possible. But is it worth sending the troops towards the obelisks? That way you can teleport to here and here instead of being here. On the other hand, of course, if you get attacked and zeroed, you end up getting sent back here. But if teleporting is free, that really doesn't matter, right? You just move back here. So that makes me think teleporting might not be free. If teleporting is not free, is it worth it? Maybe it's not worth to send 5 marches at once. Maybe it's worth to send 3 towards these areas while sending 2 marches a bit closer, so that way you can continuously be swapping troops. This is super exciting because it's going to be very, very, very dynamic. If you ask me, I think that there are a lot of unanswered questions that we're going to find out the hard way. I really, really hope there's like a spectate mode where we can actually go watch this live on stream. If not, we just won't be able to participate, which will be very, very sad. So I'll keep you guys updated about that one. I'll try to stream it, but if we can't, then we're just going to do a regular stream and hope for the best. But anyway, the way I see it is you're going to have to figure out who is going where a little bit ahead of time. So now you guys have about 24 hours, guys, in Kingdoms 1 through 16 to figure out who are going to be doing what. If it's 30 people, obviously you want the strongest people, but you also might want some of the people that have the best communication. Maybe giving up on someone who is 25 million power for someone who is 8 but has the same amount, enough troops to send 5 marches is worth it. Maybe while he's healing troops, he can send other troops, so maybe the more troops you have, the better. I think that for you guys in Kingdom 1 through 16, it's going to be a little bit of a hassle in the next 24 hours to figure out how you divide and conquer. I think the best way to approach this event is to have a preset plan. You guys know, out of the 30 people, you're going to send, let's say, your top 6 towards the Ark of Osiris. You're going to send maybe 2, after the top 6, you're going to send 4 people towards 1 or 2 of the altars. You're going to send to the shrine 2 people, let's say, and the rest are just going to be farming and all that good stuff for points. The bottom line is you need the altars for points. You're going to want to get the Ark of Osiris for more points, but you can actually get away with winning this event without the Ark of Osiris if you just end up capturing all the high points that give you the most points, right? So overall, I think this is super cool. I really, really, really love this, and I'm looking forward to actually try to watch this and hopefully play it. Unfortunately, what this means is that people like me who are in an alliance that I'm not potentially at the top 30 of it, or maybe I am now, it means that you might not even make it to this event. This also means that you might want to think about having a secondary alliance in your kingdom where you can send some people. It's going to be a little bit of a tricky situation to stay within the top 20 while letting as many people participate as possible. I really don't know how the rewards are going to go. They haven't said anything about rewards. Maybe there aren't even rewards. Maybe it'll be like, congratulations, you've won. Here you go. Nothing. You never know, right? So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What do you guys think about this whole event, about the upcoming update? As I mentioned, I'm going to be releasing from tomorrow on, a bunch of videos about the update. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel and go hit the subscribe on that channel as well. So yeah, I'm the Gekko. I'm out of here. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. I really want to hear what you guys think about this event. Let's have a conversation in the description about the event. What do you predict? How do you think things are going to be? Answer some of my questions. I left a bunch of open-ended questions here. Let me know how you guys think things are going to go. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow in an awesome first video rolling for the new commanders. We have 150 gold keys on the big account, and we have another 100 keys on the jumper account. So it's going to be very, very exciting. You guys don't want to miss that. So yeah, until tomorrow, I hope you guys have a great beginning of the week. I know Monday is a little rough, but still. And yeah, peace.